Unit 6, Audio 28. 1.
Last year, I bought a book about the painter Degas from a local bookshop. When I got home, I found the book was in Spanish, not in English. I went back to the shop, but they didn't have the English version in stock. They said it was impossible to give me a refund. Actually, they weren't at all helpful.
2.
I booked a taxi to go to the airport to catch an early flight. The taxi arrived at my house almost an hour late, and I missed my flight. I'm not going to use that taxi company again because they are so unreliable.
3.
We bought a new executive chair for our office, but after just a week, a wheel came off. I phoned the company to complain, and they said they would send another immediately. In the end, it took 9 phone calls and nearly 2 months to get a new chair. We've been loyal to the same company for years. However, we were dissatisfied with the service this time, so we've changed to a different company.
Audio 29.
And the final story on Consumer News Tonight is about customer service and the Internet. Broad-based software conducted a survey into how online customers are treated. It asked people to buy a product from an online retailer and then return it as soon as they received it. They were also asked to try and make contact with the retailer. The results of the survey are generally encouraging for consumers. They can contact all the companies, either by email or through a call centre, and with 89% of them, customers can choose how to return goods. But 29% of companies take more than 2 business days to answer emails. This means that if customers want a quicker response, they have to spend more money by making a telephone call. The results show that the returns policy of online retailers is getting better, but broad-based software believes it is still not absolutely satisfactory.
Audio 30.
So, can you tell us something about the results of this survey into the use of the Internet, Petr?
Well, first of all, let's look at the different age groups. There is still a large difference between the number of young and older people who access the Internet. 90% of those in the 16 to 24 age group have used the Internet in the last 3 months, whereas the percentage in the 65 plus age group is only 24%.
That's not that surprising, though, is it? After all, young people have grown up with the Internet.
That's true. And also, as you might expect, the most popular activity is searching for information about goods or services, which takes up 86% of our time online. The second most popular activity is sending and receiving emails at 85%. Generally, men use it more than women. But one of the few activities that women are more interested in than men is looking for health-related information. 31% use the Internet for this as opposed to 24% of men.
What about where we access the Internet? Do we spend a lot of time at work online when we should be working?
No, actually 87% log on from home, whereas only 44% access it from work. 52% of Internet users say that the most important reason why they don't use the Internet more is because they don't have time. But only 10% worry about the security and their privacy.
Okay, one last question. Which products have the highest sales?
Films and music. 51% say that they have bought films, music or DVDs recently, whereas 46% say that they have purchased travel, accommodation and holidays.
Audio 31. 1.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling because you've sent me 20 color ink cartridges instead of 20 black ones.
I see. Can you give me your order number, please?
Yes, it's WJ92745.
Yes, I'm very sorry about that. I'll send somebody round tomorrow with the black cartridges. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you.
2.
Hello. I'm calling because there is a mistake with my invoice. It says $1,000 instead of 100.
All right. Can you give me the number on the invoice?
It's RF007/24.
Yes, it's our mistake. I'm terribly sorry. I'll send you a new invoice.
Thank you.
3.
Optimum Office Supplies. How can I help you?
Hello. I'm calling because I ordered some paper a week ago and it still hasn't arrived.
That is a problem. When was the delivery date?
Yesterday morning.
I do apologize for that. We're having a problem with our delivery agents. I'll call them to find out what has happened.
Don't worry. I think I'll cancel the order. It's not the first time this has happened.
Audio 32.
Right, let's start. The reason we're here today is to discuss how we can improve our customer service. As you've seen from my email, we've had far too many complaints in the last 3 months. First of all, let's look at our sales staff. Customers say they're rude and they don't know anything about our products. Jeanne, let's hear your idea.
Well, I think we should change the profile of our sales staff. I don't feel we should employ so many young people because they don't know how to deal with customers.
I don't agree. All we need to do is give our sales staff a week's training before they start.
How do you feel about that, Sven?
I agree with you, Kirsten. A training course would teach our sales staff how to deal with customers as well as giving them some information about the company. They would be happier in their jobs, and so they'd be more polite to customers.
I think you're right, Sven. Okay, so let's move on to our refunds policy. Customers have complained that it's too strict, and we've lost a lot of business recently. What do you think, Kirsten?
Personally, I feel we should give all customers their money back if they're not satisfied with their purchase.
I don't agree at all. Think of the expense. I don't think we should give refunds to customers if they can't produce a receipt.
Well, perhaps we should exchange the product if there's no receipt. Do you agree?
That sounds better.
Yes, that's much better.
Okay then, so...